Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with another message. Okay, so this message has been in my mind, on my throat, on my brain, on my whole body for a couple days, y'all. And I'm like, let me get this out because someone needs to know this, okay? So I just want to tell you that it don't matter how much you're building up that house. Okay, you're building up that perfect house and it's literally made out of sand. You don't even know that you're building your house right by the ocean. So when the storm comes, when anything comes, it's literally going to dissolve right in the water. Why? Because you're building your house at the wrong place. Okay, so for whoever this is for, you are investing in, in a job, or you're investing in a home, you're investing in a place where you're not actually supposed to be. Okay, so until you actually get into your true alignment with God, you're going to keep building these homes and they're going to keep getting flooded. They're going to keep getting broken down and all of that. How God described a fool, okay, when he described the parable with the fool, how someone will build their house on a solid rock, and then you have a fool that will build their house literally right by the ocean. Okay, and God, like I said in another video, I talked about this already, how God will let you go through and build your whole house by that ocean just for that first storm to come and then get rid of the whole house. So God is letting you build this house or build this stability or whatever you need in this location, in this place. But it's not going to last there long because you're not actually in alignment, okay? You're not actually with the right people. You're not talking to the right people. You don't have the right people around you. You haven't actually been introduced to your soul tribe. So you're trying to build this big generational wealth, or this big generational investment with people that is actually not a part of this journey. Okay, so until you move away from that city, okay, until you move away from that state, until you move out of that country, until you move away from that job, until you move away from these friends, these family members, these co-workers, these neighbors, okay, everything is different for everybody. All right, so you might be having to move from a different job. Okay, God might be trying to tell you that you're actually supposed to be an entrepreneur, you're actually supposed to be leading people, you're actually supposed to be a fisherman of Christ, but you keep trying to get these jobs, and then they're mediocre jobs, and this is why you keep quitting these jobs, because it's not actually fulfilling your soul and spirit, because God actually has a bigger job for you. But you're not in alignment because, I don't know, maybe fear. You're fearful of moving to this new state. You're fearful of moving to this new city. You're fearful of actually quitting this job because you're like, oh my God, I have all these bills. How am I going to pay these bills? But what you're not understanding is, once you get rid of these things, yes, you're going to go through a little transition period, but God is always going to be right there. He's going to be holding your hand. So you might be experiencing a lot of delays right now. You might not be able to be taking care of your bills and just things that you need to take care of, and that could be because God is trying to caution you. God is trying to tell you that, bro, this is not what I have for you, sis. This is not the life that I have for you at this time. A lot of people are not working actively in the timeline that they should be acting in this season, in this time. Okay, there's a lot of people that should be doing different things, but you're doing this thing. Okay, there's a lot of people that should be living in this place, but you're in this place. You should be working at this place, but you're working at this place. Okay, so God is trying to get a lot of people to get to their timeline. He's trying to skip you to your timeline where you should be right now at this moment, 2024. Okay, because a lot of y'all are still living in the timeline from 2019, 2018, 2020, things that you were supposed to do back then, okay? And now you're doing it now, when you're actually supposed to be in your harvest season. You're actually supposed to be, with your couple at this time. God would have already, set you up with your partner. God would have already set you up with your right soul tribe. You would have the right friends and everything around you. You know what I'm saying? You will be around love. Your business will be growing. It will be flourishing. You wouldn't have no money problems. But the thing is, you're not in alignment to that time. You're not in that timeline. You're still operating in a timeline that has already passed. You have to get in the flow of things, okay? If God is telling you it's time for you to leave this job, I want you to go entrepreneur, I want you to be your own boss, and you are still lingering at a job, you're never going to be satisfied at that job. You're never going to be happy at that job, okay? God might actually even take the job away. It's a lot of people I know who have lost their job in this season because this is not part of their timeline. God wants you to get up out of there. You're not supposed to be working in this time. You're actually supposed to be an entrepreneur. You're supposed to be a business person. If you can look at yourself in the spiritual realm, you will see that you're actually making yourself be further and further and further behind. So you're not supposed to be at that job. Okay, everybody has different things that God is telling them to do. So if this doesn't apply, then let it fly, okay? If it's not about your job, it could be about your relationship status. If it's not about your relationship status, it could be about your friends that you have around, your coworkers. It could be just about the state that you're living in, the city that you're living in, okay? The job that you're partaking in. You have to fit it where it fits, all right? Put it where it fits, okay? But God is trying to tell some people right now that you are operating in an old timeline. I'm trying to get you on board to the new timeline, to where you're supposed to be in this moment. Some of y'all are supposed to be with your spouses at this time. Some of y'all are supposed to be business people with your spouses. Some of y'all are already supposed to be millionaires with your spouses. Some of y'all are already supposed to be homeowners. You know what I'm saying? You should already be having, businesses playing with your spouses for generational wealth, generational just excitement and enjoyment, things that we didn't have. All we had was generational curses and shit like that. So some of us, we're supposed to be on this timeline where you're actually experiencing unconditional love, where you have your partner, you know what I'm saying? But because you're still operating in a whole timeline that's from like 2017, 2018, you're not quite there yet. And that could be because of certain things. It could be because of delays that kept happening in your life. You operate in low energy. You're hanging around low energy people. Okay, so this is giving you setbacks. The devil has been delaying things, and God has been letting him delay things because you're not ready. You haven't actually taken that leap. Okay, you cannot say that you are a child of God or you believe in God and you're scared of taking leaps. Okay, real children of God, that's all we do is take leaps. Okay, all we do is walk in faith, not by sight. We don't really know what's coming. We just know that God is going to do, and God is going to supply our every need. Okay, so if you are trying to hold on to this job for stability, but God has it already in the books where you're going to be a business owner with your partner, and you still on the part where you working your little 9-to-5 job, and you haven't even got into connection with your partner yet, and y'all still haven't even got this business idea going yet, God is going to try to speed things up because you are way far behind. Okay, it's some people where you're supposed to already be in this connection with your partners. Okay, that should have already came into union, but you're still being, confused by the devil. You're still being persuaded by the people that you're around. You're still, confused because of the different states and cities and places that you're in. Okay, and it's time for you to understand that until you get into that alignment that God has for you in this year, you're going to always keep experiencing delays. You're never going to be satisfied. You're always going to feel like you're missing and you're yearning for something, because you are. You are supposed to be in a different timeline. Okay, you're supposed to be doing something different. You're broke as hell right now. You can't figure out how you're supposed to pay this, how you're supposed to pay this, because you're not supposed to be working for these people. You're supposed to have your own business. Okay, you're supposed to be working for yourself. All right, so that idea, that thing that God is telling you to do, to put yourself out there, or that move that God is telling you to make, okay, towards that new career, towards that new city, towards that new state, towards that new partner, you need to get into position, because sooner or later you're not going to like how God is going to have everything fall down so that you could get into alignment. Like I said, I know a few people who has lost their job in this season, and it's not that God don't want you to work. It's because you are so far behind. He have no choice but to just to bring the job down so that you could get it in your mind that you ain't supposed to be working at this job. You did your time. It's time for you to go. You sitting on talents and gifts that God has blessed you with, that you're supposed to be making money on. You sitting sitting on knowledge and wisdom God has blessed you with that you're supposed to be spreading with his people. And until he gets the glory and he gets what he's supposed to get out of you, you're going to keep experiencing delays. You're always going to feel like you're hungry all the time. You're never satisfied, okay? You just ate, now you're hungry again. Or you're going to feel like you can't eat. You don't even have the money to eat, or you just not even in a mood to eat. Because why? Your surroundings, the people that you're with, the things that you're doing, okay? God is trying to get people on the right timeline, doing what they're supposed to be doing at this time. Until you get where you're supposed to be. Like I said, this could be different for many people. This could be you moving to a different city or a different state to start a career here that God has been leading you to do, okay? But you're scared to take that leap. You're scared to take that move. You're comfortable where you're at right now. You done made some friends and you don't want to leave. The devil is a liar. You better get up out of there, okay? Or God is telling you it's time to leave this job. I have another bigger job. I have a better job. This job is toxic, okay? You can't grow here. You done outgrown this place. You done put all your time here. You done served this purpose here. I'm trying to get you out. And if you don't leave, it's something that's going to happen here. It's going to become even more toxic until you decide to leave, okay? It could be a relationship. You're still entertaining these karmics, these counterfeits, these Delilahs, when you have a whole spouse. Some of y'all are already married. Some of y'all, God already has your partner. Okay? Some of y'all, and when I looked up and said that the first time, it was 11/11. Some of y'all are already married in the physical, and you still out here dating other people. You still out here chomping it up with people. You still out here fornicating, doing all this devil work, and you already have a partner. God already has a partner for you. He already set you up with someone. And you still out here mangling and mangling like you're single. Your life is never going to go how you want it to go until you get into alignment, until you get with your spouse that God has ordained for your life, for this season, for this period, for this time, for this year. You're going to keep running in circles, okay? You're going to feel like you keep looking over your shoulder to do this and do this because you're not in alignment, all right? You're not in alignment. So until you get into alignment and you do what you're being called to do, whether that is God telling you to move, whether that is God telling you to switch jobs, God is telling you to switch careers, God is telling you to start the business, okay? God is telling you to leave this to get this. You're not understanding why he's telling you to leave this. You're scared. You're fearful of taking that jump. You're fearful of taking that leap. Baby, you might as well say you're not a true child of God then, because we all are goers of leaps, okay? We are goers of the faith. We don't really plan, okay? Children of God, we don't really plan. We move off of what God needs us to do, okay? We listen to our intuition. You got to follow your intuition. As much as you keep blocking your intuition, the more you keep ignoring what you know you're supposed to do, and the more you keep ignoring that leap that you're supposed to take, that move that you're supposed to take, the more you keep entertaining people that you shouldn't be around in this season, okay? You done outgrew these people. Y'all don't think alike. Y'all don't act alike. Y'all don't have the same morals. Y'all don't have the same goals for the next year or two, for the next months. Until you separate yourself and you get into full alignment and you take that leap, you take and you make that big move that God is telling you to make, or God is telling you to speak on, or God is telling you to do. Until you do that, you're going to keep experiencing delays. You're going to keep feeling like you can't do it. You're going to keep feeling like you want to give up. You're going to keep feeling like love is not out there. You're going to keep feeling like you just can never be rich ever in your life. You will never have money. You will never have none of these things, because the devil can keep consuming you. The devil can keep filling all these lies in you, because he could do that all he wants, because you're not in alignment. So until you answer God's call, because it's literally you answering the call from God, you're delaying your own self. You are going to be delaying your own self. And trust me, God only blesses us with one ordained partner. Yes, he does. But if your partner keeps delaying himself or herself, and she's not taking the call, she's not doing what she's supposed to be doing, or he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing, no one wants to take that leap. They're not coming into union. how God has intended for them to come into union so that they can become one and they could do great big things for this world. If they are not taking this leap and is delaying the process for years and for years and for years for years. Yes, God only blesses us with one ordained partner. But be for sure and understand me that God will bless the person that is in alignment with someone new that is part of the journey, that is on alignment as well. So yes, he only blesses us with that one partner, and you might end up marrying someone, but you're still missing that one God-ordained partner for the rest of your life because y'all was actually supposed to be together. But God will do it where he will bring in a higher up soulmate to fulfill the mission if this partner is scared to take this leap and get into the alignment that they're supposed to be in. Understand me. Everyone doesn't have a twin flame. Okay, not everyone is blessed to have a twin flame. I don't even know if it's like a blessing and a curse. It's a very intense connection. It's real. Okay, everyone don't have a twin flame. I don't care how much they use and abuse that word. Everyone does not have a twin flame. It's a very serious journey. All right, it's a serious journey. It's a kingdom journey. It's a God ordained journey. But God will give people soulmates. We have plenty soulmates. You can have a friend that's a soulmate. You can have a dog or a cat that's a soulmate. All right, so God will give us soulmates. We go through some karmic soulmates, people that we shouldn't be with, but they're still soulmates. But they ended up turning karmic, right? Like a fallen angel. But just because your twin flame might not be doing what they're supposed to be doing, they're scared to take their leap, they're not coming into alignment, they're not answering God's call, you better believe it, God will bless you with a higher up soulmate that is going to be able to fulfill his mission. So don't even worry. You just need to pray that these people get into alignment. When people start to get into alignment and actually doing what God needs them to do and start walking in their purpose, the world will be a better place because people will be with who they're supposed to be with. People will be doing the jobs that they're supposed to be doing. People will be, we have more teachers that's supposed to be teachers, more leaders that's supposed to be leaders. But until people get into alignment, until people take that leap, until people listen to God, it's going to be the same cycles. You're going to keep feeling like you got lost after loss. You're going to keep feeling like you're never happy. Nothing can satisfy. I don't care how many people you go on dates with. I don't care how many people you done licked upside your down and out. I don't care. None of that. How many people you done had sex with, fornicating, all types of stuff. You're going to still feel like you are missing something. You're never going to be satisfied because the life that God has for you, you're not living it. You're living your own life. You're not actually in alignment with the life that God has for you. Once you get into alignment with the life that God has for you, you're going to see how everything will just fall into place, how it's supposed to fall into place. You're going to see how you're not actually stressing about things anymore because okay, God led me this far. He not going to leave me nor forsake me. He's going to fulfill the mission. If God told me to do this, then I know I got to trust him because he's going to figure it out. But y'all are not even getting in an alignment where God can change and help your life because you're still stuck in these processes. You're still stuck in these situations. You're not getting through the transition part. Like you knew a long time ago that God told you to take that leap and move from that job or start that business, start a new life here or start a new life here, get rid of this relationship, this friendship ain't right, this ain't it. You knew this a long time ago. God be telling his people, he speaks to us all in different ways that we can understand. It's like these people already, but you're not doing what you know. And it's basically disobedience. And God don't play right with disobedience, and he will not make the other people. So if you're supposed to be coming into alignment to start a business, a job, and God has all the other people that's ready in position to start this business, but they're waiting for that person to come in with the business idea. You're the one with the business idea. But God has the whole team ready And you don't even know these people. You feel me? But they're just working. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing because they know that something is coming in. You're supposed to have a business soon. They're just following God, right? But the main person that's supposed to do the business, you haven't gotten into alignment to do the business. Oh, trust and believe. God is going to send them other people elsewhere to someone else that's doing a business, doing a favor. Same with your couple. If God has told you you're supposed to be with this person, this particular person, and you have not gotten back into union with this person, or you haven't gotten into union with this person, trust me, God is going to set it up where you might not never get in union with that person, depending on how slow you're moving in your timeline. If there's no way that you can catch up, if there's no way God feels like this relationship is going to be able to soar, he will definitely bring in a new soulmate connection for whoever is in alignment, who is ready, okay? He will bring in that new job. He will bring in that house. He will bring in everything for the person that is in alignment. When you're aligned, you have really nothing to worry about because you know that you're walking in the purpose that you're supposed to be walking in. So all you're doing now is waiting for God to bless you. You waiting for God to speak to you and tell you, okay, what's next on the agenda? What do I do today? What do I do next week? What's the next plan? But until you get into alignment, this could be a kingdom spouse message, but then again, this could just be a regular message, like get into alignment, because you don't know why God is telling you to move to this particular state. It could be mad opportunities and jobs that's set up ready for you, but you just have to get over here first, or you have to get to this country first, or you have to get into this friendship first. You have to meet the soul tribe first, because you need to be around loving and happy people, you know, people that are wise, that's going to be able to help you with these things. You know what I'm saying? So God is not going to bless you with things if you're not set up right, if you're not around the right people. You know, he wants to make sure you're going to be able to receive these things properly. So in order for him to know that you're going to receive it properly, he needs you in this right place, the right time, with the right people. You know what I'm saying? And then you're in the right alignment, and he can do what he needs to do for your life. So whoever this is for, make sure that you are listening and you're answering God's call. Whatever he is leading you to do, whatever your intuition is telling you to do. If you scared, go to church. We're not scared over here. We taking the lead. We listening to God. It's about what God tells us to do. It's about God ordering our steps. A lot of y'all want God to order your steps. You want God to direct your path, but you're not listening to that big major thing he's telling you to do, whether that's leave this job, whether that's move across the country. He's telling you to do this for a freaking reason. And the more you be disobedient and you don't listen to what he's telling you to do, the more you're going to delay your own problems, your own life. Because the problems is going to keep being delayed and delayed, and they're going to keep happening. You're going to be like, damn, I just got out of this problem. Now another problem coming. It's like the problems are being delayed with whatever little blessings that you do get. You get what I'm saying? It's like you feel like you're progressing. You feel like you're getting somewhere. Yes, now you got a job. But God never wanted you to get this job. So now you got a job, but you still can't handle your bills for real. You still feel broke. You still don't like this job. You still feel like it just isn't doing it for you. You still feel empty. You feel like you're missing something because you're not at the job you're supposed to be at. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, y'all? So I hope this message finds whoever it needs to find. Like I said, everyone, we need to learn about getting into alignment so that then you're ready to actually receive the things that God has for you. Some of y'all are not receiving the things that God has for you because why? You're not in alignment. You're doing what you want to do, and you're not listening to God's call. You're not listening to your intuition, where God is telling you and trying to guide you to a new place. You want your promise. You want your milk and honey, but you're not in the right land. He can't bless you with it if you're not in the right land. All right? Let's get to the right promised land. Let's get to our promised land. Let's travel to our promised land. That's important. You can't say you want this, you want this, you want this, you want this. If you're not with your person, if God has ordained you a spouse and you're not actually in cahoots with your person and you're aware of who your person is and stuff like that, and you're not in the connection with them, you're not going to be happy as can be until you get into connection with them. It's the reason why God made Eve for Adam, to be his helpmate. It's things that y'all have to do together for his world. So until you get into alignment, if you're not doing that right job that God called you to do, and he wants you to be speaking to the people, encouraging people, if you're not doing that right job, you're going to always feel like you're not happy, you're not making enough money, something is not giving, because you're not in alignment. Let's get aligned, everybody. Let's get aligned, everybody. All right, love y'all. Have a good one. Till my next video. Bye.